I joined the military when I was 15 years of age as a boy soldier. I've in the Royal, 2nd Battalion, the Royal Green Jackets. I served 5 tours in Northern Ireland, and the last tour in 1980, I was involved in an IED, a bomb explosion, which I'm now disabled because of it.
And how do you feel about the bedroom tax and the impact it will have on local people like yourself?
Well, I never thought I would see something like a bedroom tax come into the 2013. It belongs in the 15th century with the window tax. I mean, this the people who are going to be hit by this is the working class, the low income, and the disabled like myself, who I've got to pay £15 a week out of my own money.
And how unfair do you think it is, given the fact you also have a son also serving in the army?
Yeah, my son's serving in the army, he's serving in Afghanistan. I know the government have relented to say that if you've got a son in active service or a daughter in active service, you'll be exempt. But my son comes home in a month's time, and I still have to pay the £15. People have said to me, charge him. I can't charge him because it's against my my agreement with the local authority, my housing.
So, in other words, you can't sublet your room.
I can't sublet me. It was against my tenant's agreement. And if I do charge my son and anybody else, my 6 grandchildren who stay in on a regular basis, I will be kicked out. And it's just unfair.
And what is your message to the government? I mean, they would argue they have a deficit, they have to get the deficit down, they have to cut the welfare bill. But with your experience, what would you say as an armed forces person?
Well, I've served my country, and other people haven't served the country, but they've worked, and they deserve what they get. I mean, there's millionaires getting away with murder. They're getting a deduction now in April of going from 50 pence to 45 pence in their tax. It's ridiculous. They're using a sledgehammer to crack a nut on the welfare. I mean, I've got to now have a yearly medical by Atos who haven't got a clue about my disability, and I'm going to get 15 points to still claim my £75 a week. I get a small army pension, and it's going to cripple me with the £15 plus the £12 a week extra I've got to find for the council tax. It's going to cripple me.
Finally, will you move? Will you have to move house?
I can't move house because if I move house, for one reason I can't move out, there's no 1-bedroom properties at all in any way, shape or form. Okay, I'll tell to the government, if you want to bring this in, build 1-bedroom places, properties, and I'll go in. But I don't want to go in because I have my son coming home. If my son can't stay here, he's got to find somewhere else to live. Also, one of my 6 grandchildren want to stay here. I thought Britain was a family-friendly country. It's not. We're kicking families and grandparents. I get emotional over it. I am holding my emotions at the moment. I feel like crying.